Okay, so as you can see, I've got a full desk at the moment. I've got my paper trimmer, some scissors, I've got a stamp by Indigo Blue, which is the Skullduggery Borders. Try saying that when you've had a few punches. I've got a selection of Halloweeny kind of washi tapes that I've pulled out and dusted off from my stash from last year. I've got a couple of distress inks. I've got some little old photos of some lovely ladies, so I'm just going to be doing the 3 today. I've got some witchy hats which I've already cut out and distressed the edges to hide excuse me to hide the raw white edges. I've got some dictionary papers that I'll be cutting down in a little while, and I've also got some of my bits of ephemera. So some of these pieces are from the Tim Holtz Halloween ephemera sets, some from my collection. I've also printed off a couple of Happy Halloween strips, but the main things are the papers from my digi collection. So these are from, I'll put on the screen now. So this is from the Creepy Cobweb set. So I've just gone for the black and the white one today for the main background, and the second set that I've got are from the Dread Damask set. So as you can see, there's the green, the orange and the purple from the set. So they're in 2 different colorways, 4 different colors. So there's like 8 different kind of sheets in each of the sets of these. And I think I did 5. I've done about 5 different colour coordinating Halloween digipaper sets this year, all featuring these kind of retro Halloweeny colours. So those are just 2 from those sets. So yes, so we're going to be making some little mini Halloween cards. So I've got some black cardstock. All I'm going to do, he says, just tipping everything out of the way, is these are going to be quite plain and simple ones. So I'm going to cut this down the middle. So this is A4, but if you're doing 8.5 by 11, then again just cut it down the middle, then just fold those in half just to create your, I think they're A6 size here in the UK, but for the US I think you'd be going for an A2. So 45, 46, 47, 48 and a half. That cuts right down the middle, and then just flip it round. And for us it's 105, so you just go in the middle of whatever it is of the size you're doing, just score that, and then we've got our perfect sized black card blank. So like I said, today I'm only going to be doing 3 different variations on camera. I will be making more off camera to send out to friends, family and who knows. So again, so that wants to go 48.5. So that gets cut. Now if you wanted to, you could do top folders, it doesn't really make any difference, but for this one I'm just going to be doing some side folding cards. But in the grand scheme of things, it don't really matter. So I can put that to one side, and then the paper trimmer can go just down at the bottom there. Alright, so I've already pre-sized my main background. So that will be sitting, and now you see I've done it the exact size. So it does need trimming down, that's fine. So there's going to be a little bit just to lose off one corner, or just on 2 sides, just to bring that down. Alright, so what do we need to lose? I need to lose about 4mm from the top. And let's say 4mm from the side. And that's the equivalent of about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. So when I place that down now, you should be left with an equal kind of black border all the way around the card. That's perfect. So what I'll do, before sticking this down onto the card front, I'll build everything onto my base. So let me just cut those other two real quick. Okay, so that's presupposing obviously that everything is straight to start off with. So let me just double check on that last one. Yay, there you go, lovely black border all the way around. Maybe difficult for you to see, but so we're going to build on that. So the first thing I'm going to do, or the next thing that I'm going to do, is push those bits to one side. Let's just straighten up my little mat there. Right, so distressing. First we'll just go around the edges, and of course if you wanted to you could come right the way in and grunge, but I'm just going to go and get rid of those raw white edges first of all, and then I'm going to bring in one of the colours that I'm going to use. So that'll be the orange. Yes, I know I'm going to be losing a fair bit of the outside, but that's okay because I can do exactly the same thing that I did with the others, because I've obviously done these actual size and forgot about creating some borders, but that's okay. Right, I can wing it like the rest of them. That's better. So we've got more of that spider webby kind of background around there, which is cool. Right, so let's just get some distress ink on there. Two lots of distress ink. I've got vintage photo and I've got ground espresso, because I'm going to be doing a little bit of stamping in a little while. A little bit of stamping. I haven't done this stamping for ages. Okay, so that's going to go on there like so. So what I need to do now is just quickly do the other two, because we're going to be doing these batch made, because it's quicker and easier to do them all together than it is just to do one at a time. Just so much easier, because you know exactly what stage you're going to be at for each one. Okay, so let me just trim down those other two, and like I said, I'm just losing the same amount off each side of each one so that it's an equal amount all the way around, so we're not having to stress about remeasuring everything. This is why it's easier to do it when you're batch making, because what you do to one you do to all, and then once you've done it you can just forget about it because you don't need to do it again. Okay, so distress ink. So while I was going through my washi tape collection for Halloween stuff, I discovered that there's not one single Halloween washi tape that's got the colour purple on it. Now, I'm not saying that they don't make it, obviously I've never bought any because purple's my least favourite colour until we get to Halloween, and then it's a different matter altogether. Right, 1, 2, 3, and doesn't matter whether they're the same way up or whatever. We're just going to stick down one on each one. Right, so let's grab some glue. So on the first one, make sure we've got an equal kind of border all the way around. Of course, don't forget, these are handmade cards. They don't have to be factory perfect. I mean, there's nothing worse than putting a lot of time into making cards only for somebody to think that you bought it in a shop. I can think of nothing worse. I mean, it's a compliment in one way, but not in another. I'd rather people know that some effort and love has been put into making the card, rather than it's just, you know, one of a million from a factory in the Far East or whatever. Will do. Okay, like I said, at this stage it doesn't matter which way up you go. Okay, so now just bring one of those card fronts in. There we go. Looking good so far. Right, so we've got those three done. Next thing, a bit more cutting. I need to cut a piece of dictionary paper. So I need a measuring stick. There we go. So we've now got 9 by 13. So let's do it 8 by 12. Let's do it 8 by 12. Right, let's bring that back in. And then we'll just take off. Do this very, very gently because it's very delicate dictionary paper. So, right, I said 12, didn't I? About there. We can always trim a bit off later. And it doesn't have to be exact as well. I mean, you can play it by eye. Maybe just lose a little bit more. That's generally what happens. It tears really easy. And we said 8, so I'm going to go 7.5. So we've got a strip, there we go, dictionary paper down the middle. So 11.5 by 7.5. So we'll go this side. So let's just lose a bit off the top. 11.5. See, you could search through your dictionary to find Halloweeny words, but my dictionary, those words have long since gone, a long time ago, used for other projects, which is what happens when you've got old dictionaries. You tend to tear pages out that have got a particular meaning. So 11.5, 7.5. Again, measurements are not, or don't have to be exact. Just go with what feels right for borders. Don't get hung up on measurements. Okay, so before we do anything with those, I'm going to bring in a piece of scratch card. I'll just place that down on there, and now I'm going to bring in my stamp. So this is a cobweb stamp. So this is the one from the Skullduggery set from Indigo Blue, Skullduggery borders, and it's that one that I want. So ground espresso. Just going to ink up. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of that stamp in just on the top of the page. That'll do. Doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm happy with that. Okay, so let's do the other two. And if you want to, you can vary where you're going to stamp. So let's do those bits at that side. Now, dictionary paper is very absorbent, so you don't really need a huge amount, and it will just go straight in. Do. I'll do nicely. Happy with that. Happy. Right, okay, so that stamp can get put to one side now. That scrap paper can get put to one side. And then we can bring back our 3 cards, or the fronts. For this one I'm going to use just a different type of glue. I'm going to use the spirit glue because I don't want it to soak all the way through and make it wrinkly. Don't tell me that it's all blocked. It's going to be very annoying if it is. Means I've got to hunt out some more glue. Let's see whether it'll come out now. No, it's not going to do it. It's blocked further down the tube. The needle's not long enough. The pin's not long enough. Right, okay. Let's see if there's any glue left in this. Or is this all gone as well? Yep, there's a little bit there, that's fine. And I'm not going right up to the edges because I like it if the edges are just frayed a little bit. Okay. And of course you've got a little bit of wiggle room. So I'm just centering everything up. Put that back away. Just got a little bit of wiggle room. That should do. Looking good so far. Right. Let's see. Is there any glue left in this one? I hope I've got enough left just to do the other two. Oh, excuse me. I forgot to turn my phone off. Apologies for that, but look. While I was going for my phone, I spotted the other tube of glue. How fabulous. So it was very fortuitous that the phone rang. So there you go. Somebody up there, or down there, is looking out for me. Okay, so let's flip that one over. And I like the fact that when you use the dictionary paper, you sometimes get like little frayed edges, which in no way takes away from what you're trying to do. There we go. Lovely. They are starting to curl a little bit, but that's fine. You'd expect that with any glue, particularly when it's all the glue's going on the same side. So it's all curling the same way. But the beauty of spirit glue, and I've said this many times before, is that it doesn't tend to wrinkle or buckle. Today's full of interruptions. Ian just shouted it from downstairs, but never mind. Right. I'd forgotten that I was filming. Right, so there is our 3 backgrounds. Right, so the next bit that I want to do is to start building up some nice kind of little clusters. So let's just grab one of my ladies, this one here, and I'm using the green hat, the green band, because of the green background. So that's going to go like that. But what I want to do is I want to just add in and do some little tuck spots just on the bottom. Maybe one there like that, and one there like that, like that. And then what I would need, I think, just a few bits to go on the sides. Right, so I've got, or printed off, when I did the Halloween, Happy Halloweens, I'll just quickly trim a couple out of a piece of paper. What I call the Zetty stripes, which, you know, like stripy witches' stockings. Alright, so do that. And then there. And let's just say there. Alright, so quick bit of finagling with some of that. A bit of finagling there. Okay, what we can also do is have a look at what we've got washi tape wise. So I've got some washi tape here that's got skelly bobs on. Let's just remove that one so we've got a full skelly bob. Which I like. So that can go kind of like at the side there. And then what else have we got? Maybe a little bit of chevron. Only a tiny amount, we don't need a huge amount, so that can just go there. And then what I'll do is I'll put a little bit of that on there. Okay, so that can go on there like so. I did say I was going to come down.
Thought it was appropriate.
I don't think I can tip it.
Don't you? You can just about see it. It says poison on it.
It doesn't, I've just tipped a bit on the tabletop.
It's stressed now.
It is, I know. Lovely, thank you very much for that.
Okay. I thought the poison was quite appropriate with it being Halloween.
Yost. There we go.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Right, so let's just grab some of that glue and get some of those stuck down. In fact, let's just build up a little bit of a mini cluster. So just in that corner there. And that laudanum one just on the bottom there. So they can go down like so. Still got a little bit of time just to manoeuvre, just to kind of move them over like that. Okay, that will do nicely, I think. Let's get some glue on the back. I can sit about there. And then I can get my little bit of zetties. can go up the side. Okay. And then we can glue on the hat. Just like that. A little bit too much glue there, I think, but that's okay. I'll just rub off. Cool. Okay, so now we've got that, we can just add our little quick effect. Let's just hang on for that and just do the other couple. I'm jumping ahead of myself, aren't I? Put that to one side, right? Let's grab the other one. Okay, so now we've got Miss Purple. So now let's just try and do this without getting glue everywhere. He says not being able to even pick up. There we go. A little bit of glue just on that bottom. Similar kind of layout, doesn't really make any difference whether you do it left, right, backwards or forwards. And then we'll have this poison hemlock oil. Can go under there. So we'll put a little bit just in that bottom corner. Not really holding for some reason. Why aren't you holding today? Just doesn't like me, obviously. Right, so let's just add a little bit of a little bit of Halloween washi tape. Actually, I've got some bricks there. A couple of strips of the bricks. About there, isn't it? Either side. That's a good bit of texture. Right, so let's have some more of those Zetty-esque stripes. So let's cut some more off my little sheet. Shouldn't take long. One. Love these little stripes. Who would have thought that simple stripes could give somebody so much pleasure? Simple things amuse simple minds. Yes, I know. I'd already got you. Okay, so let's have that there and that there. I want it to be kind of framed with those stripes. So, because I'm doing that and I've not actually stuck it down yet, have I? Like I said, I'm getting carried away and getting ahead of myself. And the aim for these ones is just to do it so that they are kind of in the centre. There we go. Try and keep them straight. Or as straight as I possibly can. And then we can drop that just on there. Almost like gel stripes. But it also adds almost like a deco feel to it, particularly with the girls, which is a bit weird. Okay, so hat number 2. This time we're going to do it, yeah, do it just like that. Maybe even bring it down a bit further. I think that the brick washi tape at the bottom there has disappeared a bit, so I think what we'll do is we will supplement with something else. What have we got? What have we got? Have I got any little orange toxic signs or something like that? I think I have. Just to kind of break it up a little. Yep, that will do. Do it so it's facing downwards. Like that. Okay, let's do the last one then. So let's pop her down there, and this time let's just do some of those stripes. So better. Right, so yeah, let's stick it down first. And then we can tuck in, just stick across the bottom, sorry, across the middle. Right across the middle. Okay, and then what I can do, if I need to put anything tucked underneath, like so, we can just do that. I can put some glue under there. That can go there, look. Now let's see what Tim's got. What have we got left? Oh, look, a nice big toxic. That's as sticky as I don't know what. Okay, so that can go just like that across the top. And then I'll grab that stripe. And we'll put that just tucked gently underneath this time. Turn that around, and then I can just slide that gently underneath. And then we've got the at. And then that can go just like that. Okay, I think we're pretty much now in the same stage as all of them, apart from, I think I want to just add a little bit of washi tape on this one, just a small bit along the bottom. Don't know why, it's just telling me it needs a little bit of something. I know I'm going to be adding something again in a minute, but that'll do. I just needed just a little bit of something. You'll see why in a minute. Right, okay, so happy Halloween sign. And then that can go just there, just underneath, just like that. A little bit. Okay, let's grab the green one. And I think I already, yeah I did, I already added some distress on the back of that one. Tried to colour coordinate the sentiment with the background paper. And then the purple one. And then that can go across there like that. And then what I might do, I'll do with a stamp. Put it down somewhere, put it out of the way so I wouldn't get ink everywhere. And as usual, I've forgotten where I've put it. There we are. So what I might do is just put a little bit of ink come back on there, and this time with me a bit of scratch. A little bit on the bottom, just to kind of finish it off. So just need a little bit there. So take that off, and everything falls down around me. And then I can just bring that round. So there's just a little bit of stamping, not a lot needed. There we go, just finish that bit off. Okay, so now we're ready, once I've had a bit of a tidy up, to stick the fronts on. Okay, so we're ready to stick the card fronts on. So I've made a couple of changes while I've been waiting for the camera to recharge and the glue to set. Wasn't happy with the fact that you couldn't really read that poison bit, so I've just stuck another one over the top that says toxic. Because I can. Right. Let's get a lot of glue on there. And then we can flip that over, and then we can just put it onto our card front. And then I'm going to turn that over, lay it flat, and put something heavy on it. Do the same with the next. So on this orange one, I made one tiny little change to the front, just in case the eagle-eyed amongst you spots it and wondered why I've not mentioned it. I got some ink when I stamped the spider's web at the bottom. I got a little bit of ink on the Happy Halloween sentiment, which was annoying me. So I took off and swapped it for a clean version. That's all I did. Ta-da! And then finally, for the green one, and that is it. Okay, so we've now got 3 cute little Halloween cards, all different, but all the same, in next to no time. So I hope you've enjoyed watching me create these quick Halloween cards. If you have, please remember to give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, you can do so by clicking the button at the end of the video. And I'll be back again tomorrow with another little Halloween project. Bye for now.